then next, we have Han Academy, who is going to present to us Well 4, Don't Take Nature's Generous Love for Granted.
Okay, good afternoon. We're from Han Academy, and our project is about whale fall.
So plastic pollution is inevitable since it has been invented. The whole ecosystem is facing the detrimental consequences, especially marine life due to ocean dumping. So the problem is urgent. Through sand drawing, we are telling a story about a whale's whole life to the uninformed public, how their unconscious act harms the innocent marine life. So people, they will know how to protect the environment and will lead a more environmental friendly life and start to take action to protect our home, our planet.
As we mentioned, plastic pollution has been inevitable since its pollution. It is a cheap, durable, synthetic, and practical alternative to the previously expensive clay and glass. And since it is light and easy to carry and it is really resilient, people take it to the market, fishermen use them to contain seafood, and plastic is made into furniture and goods in our daily lives. So it is affecting every aspect of our lives. But have people ever wondered what happens to the plastics after we dispose them? First, of course, they go into the dustbins, and hopefully recyclable dustbins. However, the fact is that only 3% to 5% of all the plastic waste can be recycled, and most of them just end up in the landfill and in the ocean through ocean dumping. Do you know that there were 1.5 million tons of plastic in 1952, contrast to the astonishing 320 million tons of plastic in 2016? Every day, approximately 8 million pieces of plastic pollution find their way into our oceans. Plastic consistently makes up of 60% to 90% of all marine debris studied, and plastic pollution are found in 100% of marine turtles, 59% of whales, 36% of seals, and 40% of seabird species, and the list could go on and on. And at some point, with the accumulation of these plastics, the previously shocking news now happen on a monthly basis. In 2019 March, 90 pounds of plastic were found in the stomach of a young caviar whale on the Gulf of Philippines. In April in the same year, a sperm whale was washed on the beach of Italy with 48 pounds of plastic in its stomach. And a similar tragedy happened 1 month after that again. And this is just the tip of an iceberg, how the detrimental consequences of plastic pollutions. And plastic also harms sea turtles, albatross, and other marine lives. They contain DDT, PCBs, and microplastics, which can be easily digested by these animals, and therefore be passed on to their next generations or to their predators. And eventually, these poisonous substances go into our food chain and affecting our affecting our daily lives. And it is surprised that such a seemingly life-threatening situation is not well known by the general public. And that brings us to the reason and goal of our video. Now, before the video, we're going to take a look at our poster.
So we've been brainstorming about this A1 poster, which the purpose of the poster is to raise awareness, and we have to have you to understand the purpose of the message passed on. The first idea, we want it to be attention grabbing, and we have used the first, like the 3 primary colors, and we want to use pop-up style to have to make it stand out as much as possible. And on the second idea, we use similar but added extra detail, highlighting the pollution of trash with microline pen, and then we use wave. We use ink painting style to have the wave splashed. But at last, we decided with our final draft, which is shown there, we focus more on the ocean theme, which we changed the color scheme to blue and black. And our idea here is simplism, minimalism, and we focus on the structures of shape and the lines. So the wavy shapes of blue represent the natural wave, and the black represent the trash, which has blended into the ocean and became a part of it. And then the final line, which at the bottom there, is a dictionary definition of a whale fall, which there we are highlighting, giving people the understanding and taking out the awareness to raise it, and yeah.
So before we move on, we're gonna go ahead and show you guys the sand drawing video that we made. So this video, we made it based on simplicity. Instead of adding a lot of words to the video, we tried to make it more simple by adding just subtitles under it and some background in front. And of course, the choice of music, we also used a more sorrowful music to engage it with the theme of this video. So this video, it's based on contrasting the ocean animal with plastic, because whales, they eat squid mainly, and if these plastic bags come down into this ocean. These plastic bags seem like squid to these whales, which cause them to take these plastic bags as food, which also allows them to be destroyed. And of course, we also show the contrast of two whale falls. The two whale falls include, in the first part of the video, we show that the whale becomes nutrients after it dies to the ocean. But then afterwards, we also show that the whale becomes plastic and because it's dissolved. And we also use sand drawing to show that it corresponds to the beach because we also were inspired by beach cleaning.
So after watching this video, we expect more people will take actions on cleaning up existing plastic. So as you can see, this is the project that we have done in our school. Like the students in our school, they organized beach cleanup in the Stanley Beach several times already. And then we hope more people will join different organizations. For example, one of the local organizations is called Hong Kong Cleanup, and then it's allow citizens to join to do cleanups. And then the next thing that we hope people can do is, after watching this video, we hope people can aware of the plastic pollutions and then use different substitutes to replace plastic. For example, food container, they can use those glass ones instead of the plastic ones. And then, for example, like paper bags, they can use it instead of the plastic bags. So only a little change can have a great reductions on plastic pollution. So we hope this video can aware more people to take actions.
This is the end. Thank you.
Wow, I'm very touched by the sand video. Overall, I actually don't even have a question. You guys have done a very outstanding presentation. I would like to stress that it's aesthetically outstanding, from the poster to the use of graphics, and also to obviously the video itself. I want to understand this whole thing with the sand thing. How many people is in there? 5 of you. Are you the ones that did the sand video?
Mainly 3 of us were involved in the sand drawing. That is me, Corrine, and Stefanie.
Okay. And can I ask a question? I actually really am touched with the video. The only comment I want to say is that it seems to have stopped abruptly. Like it went really well, it went touching, and then boop, it's gone. It's like suddenly stopped. Were you planning to move on a little bit more, or was it just like half? Is there another one? Is like another 20 minutes that we're not supposed to watch it now, or? The ending, can you explain more about the ending of it?
So basically, originally, it was like this whole sand drawing, it was nearly for an hour, but we cut them so it becomes a very short video so people can understand it by a very simplistic way. And at the end, because we just, like in conclusion, we wanted to show that how the whale fall affects the whole environment, that how these whales, like how they will become plastic after they dissolve, and how this affects the whole environment. So that was the main message we tried to bring out through the video.
Yeah, but where did it didn't come out in the video? Because I read your abstract, I know, but it doesn't seem to come out from the video.
Probably because the last part, at the end, we were trying to, like by dissolving the whale, we were trying to show that was part of like becoming plastic. But probably it wasn't shown that clearly. Yeah.
Well, just as my suggestion and my comment, I felt that you could spend a little bit more time on the ending because it all starts very beautifully and it gets very touching and then boom, it stopped. I think it could have been a bit more, even just words, to give it a proper ending. So this is my suggestion. Thank you. Thank you.
Same idea as Nicole. Yeah, just maybe you have a soft ending. Maybe it's just few questions to rise up the audience thinking. Okay, you can give the audience have clear message about how to protect the whale, and also the poster is the color you choose is very good, and also the composition is very good. Just a few comment is maybe the whales look like a little bit comfort. because of the eyes, I just seems he's sleeping. It's not unhappy, so maybe you can make a tears on that or change something. Okay, that's it. And also, is the scene during the video is very attractive.
I actually have something to add because we kind of chose the plastic to be the very last image of our video to leave a really deep impression how plastic can affect their lives. And the whale is also kind of symbolizes the future of our human generations because as I mentioned in the PowerPoint before, the poisonous substance go into the whole food chain and can eventually affect our daily lives. And if we don't take actions now, maybe years after, we will dissolve into plastics as well.
And I also have something to add about the poster, how the whale actually looks a bit happy. I'm trying to make an impression of like the whale is sleeping into its death. Like it went into a natural cycle about the plastic. So it wasn't expecting it. Like the whale was thinking the plastic was so natural, but it's so harmful to it. So the whale have no awareness of that. It's a plastic, it's dangerous. So that's my message, thank you.
Or maybe you can try to change some lights, because lights is very powerful. So if the light is different, the image, the feeling will be different.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. It's well prepared. And where did you put the video in the public?
We have currently like somehow like because when we're making the syndrome video, it attracted a lot of us kids in our schools, and they were really interested. So we kind of advertised about our video in our school, and we're planning in the future to put the video in social media, and if possible, we also wanted to like further expand. Maybe it could go on the MTR trains, and yeah, and I think more people should watch it.
Okay, when you showed in the school, what were the feedbacks you got from your classmates or your schoolmates?
The kids in our schools were really surprised because they never knew that the plastic they use every day can cause such tremendous damage. And I'm also really happy to see that they have started to influence their friends and families in their daily lives, like to reduce plastic waste or not to use plastic bags or straws and something. And I think that makes a difference.
And also because this is a sand painting, and in schools, like usually we don't teach sand painting, so it was actually very surprising to the kids that were watching us make the video because they don't really get to be in touch with sand painting, and they don't really get to learn how to do this. So and it's also an experience for us as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.